Hey, welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Tangi. Thanks for tuning in with me today. I hope that you all are having a great week thus far. I do appreciate the support. And so please make sure that you like this video, share it if you find the information could benefit someone, and also subscribe to my channel, please, so that you stay updated on when I post new videos, which are every second and fourth Thursday of every month. And I'm going to be talking about an immigration humanitarian benefit today. Just please keep in mind that with immigration, things change all the time. So what is good today may not be good tomorrow. So it's really important that you double check this information against what you hear, just because the laws change quite frequently and you never know when something is still good law versus it having been changed. Okay, so I say all that to say, do your research. And I also want to give my little disclaimer, like I always do, that this information that I provide is just general legal information. No legal advice is given, and no attorney-client relationship is formed by the information I share in this video. So now that I got that out of the way, let's talk about the tea that I'm drinking today. It's just a basic, lemon herbal tea, nothing extravagant, just some vitamin C, trying to keep the immune system boosted up and healthy. And it's pretty good. So like I said, it's just a basic tea. But that is the tea that I'm drinking. If you have any suggestions, I say this all the time, but please drop something in the comment if you have a favorite tea that you like, that you think that I would like. Okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get ready to talk about temporary protected status and what it is and who qualifies for this benefit. All right, so what is temporary protected status, also known as TPS? Basically, TPS is just a humanitarian immigration benefit for migrants who are unable to return to their home country, mostly because there's some type of safety issue involved, where maybe there's like a war going on, some kind of like war zone situation, or there's some type of natural disaster, or the home country just can't take back their migrants. And so this particular immigration benefit was put in place for that reason. How it works is that the Secretary of Homeland Security designates the TPS to particular countries, and they have a list that I'll go over in a little bit that says these are the countries that have TPS designation. And then any citizen who's physically present in the United States at that time is eligible to apply for this program so long as they meet certain requirements. Now, if you're granted TPS, you're only able to live in the United States and work in the United States. It doesn't grant you any other type of immigration benefits. So there's no pathway to citizenship. There's no green card available. You basically can just live here, work here, and you may get a authorization for travel. And that's pretty much it. I know under this administration, there have been some talks about maybe some proposed legislation to try to see if there could be a pathway to citizenship with a TPS designation. However, that is not the case as of now. So just know that if you do get granted TPS, you're only allowed to live here, work here in the United States, and maybe travel with your travel authorization. The countries that are listed right now currently with the TPS designation is Afghanistan, Burma, Cameroon, El Salvador, Ethiopia, Haiti, Honduras, Nepal, Nicaragua, Somalia, South Sudan, Syria, Ukraine, Venezuela, and Yemen. Those are the only countries right now that are currently listed as TPS designated countries. However, that list can change, so please just make sure you research what the current countries have TPS designations. And that's pretty much it for the TPS, like what TPS is. Okay, so who qualifies for TPS? Well, one, you need to be a national of that country that has the TPS designation. Or if you are without a nationality and you're not a citizen of maybe any country, I don't know, they may be possible. If you last habitually resided in a designated country that has that TPS designation, then you potentially could, meet that requirement. So it's just something you want to consider and look into. You do need to make sure, though, that you file during the open initial registration periods. So there are certain timeframes of when TPS has open periods of when you can file. So double check to make sure that you're filing within that time frame, because if you miss the deadline, then your application is likely to be denied. And sometimes they do have extensions for countries that have the TPS designation. So if there is a late filing and it's a late initial filing, then if you meet the requirements for that late filing, then you might be okay in that area. But again, you need to make sure that it's wise to just file when the time period is open. And same goes with the re-registration. So if you're re-registering your TPS, make sure you're meeting those timelines. Another requirement is that you need to be continuously physically present within the United States since the effective date of the most recent designation date of your country. So whatever the most recent TPS designation is for that country, you need to make sure that you have been continuously physically present in the United States. And then you cannot have any felonies, or you cannot have 2 or more misdemeanors that have been committed within the United States. And you also cannot be found inadmissible under grounds of non-waivable criminal or security related matters. So I'm not going to go into all of what that is, but if you know you have some kind of inadmissibility issues, you might want to talk with a legal attorney or something to find out if you do have those type of issues, because that could potentially cause your application to be denied. And then you also need to make sure that you're not subject to any mandatory bars to asylum. Okay, so those are the qualifications and the requirements for TPS. And then the applications that you want to file for TPS is the I-821. That's the application for temporary protected status. Along with that application, you can file what's called a employment authorization document. So that's form I-765. That form allows you to actually work in the United States. So you can file that at the same time you file your form 821, or you can file it later. And then if you do have any kind of inadmissibility issues, as I mentioned earlier, you can also file form I-601, which is an application for waiver for any grounds of inadmissibility. So, and that would be filed when you file your application for TPS. Okay. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty basic, pretty simple, requirements. If you have any other questions or, concerns, feel free to reach out to me directly. I think my contact information is on my channel's bio, and you can drop any questions or comments down in the comment section below. And that is it. So I hope you have a great a great rest of your week. And I don't know what the next topic will be, but it will be posted 2 weeks from now. So have a great week, and I will see you then. Bye.